done such a thing?
We tried everything to extinguish those flames. Now we're all doomed.
The ancient scrolls may be destroyed, but still no misfortune will befall us animals. Not tomorrow, and not in 1 year. But the day will come when the survival of all will depend on these irretrievable writings.
Are we there yet? I'm so tired.
Pull yourself together. What is it now?
My wool feels so heavy today.
Oh, man. Can't you stop whining for 1 second? I think you've stepped in something there. There are antlers peeping out of your wool.
Whoa! A roebuck in my wool?
Greetings! May I introduce myself? I'm Finn, and I must say, you sheep are a wonderful means of transportation.
So I was carrying you through the entire forest all this time?
Oh, don't worry. We'll put you where you belong.
Thank you. That's not necessary. I'm almost where I want to be. Have a great day, you two cuties! Oh, by the way, I'm just on my way to the Valley of Velehill. We deer are preparing for our annual Club Moss Festival. Would you like to come along?
Go fry an egg, roebuck boy.
Oh, too bad. See you around. The valley still looks just like it did back then. Time seems to have stood still here while I was away. By the little forest down in the valley live my parents. How often I used to skip along this well-trodden path. It has become a little wider. Just this turn, and I'll be at my parents' home. Oh, I can hardly wait to see them again after all these years. They'll be making eyes for sure. What happened here? My parents' home. It's completely destroyed. Hello? No trace of my family. Oh no, something bad has happened here. Strange footprints. Something's coming closer. I better hide. It's gone again. What in Hippo's name was that? These tracks must belong to one of those creatures. Surely they lead me to where my family was taken. I must find them. I'll take some soil from the footprints. The footprints disappear from here on. I haven't wandered through those gates in ages. Why is there a crowd gathering?
Behold, the king's ambassador is nearing.
Dear townsfolk, I, as the ambassador of our king, bring you good news in these dark days.
Oh.
Ah,
As we all observed in horror, the wolves have returned to our territory. A terrible incident that we have been trying to prevent since the establishment of the Wolf District. But this wave of destruction and kidnapping of helpless fellow animals will come to an end. The king has come up with a plan to make the Wolf District escape-proof in the future. Tomorrow, he will arrive here and let this plan be put into action.
finally, this nightmare has come to an end.
This was the good news I was told. I will now rest at the inn and then visit the neighboring towns.
Hooray for the king!
The wolves are responsible for this? Fancy jewelry and all sorts of shiny things in the Valley of the Magpies nearby. While I have no interest in these things, the magpies are not averse to gossip, as I know. Maybe they have seen something. It provides cool refreshment for the animals on hot days. If only the sparrows wouldn't leave their business in there. Someone left a thing there on the brim. A piece of soap. Good day.
Greetings! What you see in front of you is my small but fine general merchandise stand.
What do you have to offer?
I knew you'd ask. Look and be amazed. Here we have... Wait, what do I actually have here? A half-finished mended sock, an old toothbrush, a green heap with various mushroom crops on it. Ugh, this was the chocolate croissant from the previous year. Here we have something. These unspeakably fashionable knitted scarves, and of course, the one thing that everyone has a burning desire for. Torches. I came up with that joke myself.
Ugh. I expected a bit more.
At least I offer quality. When will you find scarves as warm as these?
It's high summer. That torch seems useful.
I knew just by looking at you that you would choose this high-quality torch. Only 2 silver coins.
Great, I've got that much.
It is yours. Something to light the fire is included.
Are you just taking your trash outside, or are you really selling this?
Don't say anything against my trash. Sometimes it sells like hotcakes with the rats.
Can you tell me what's going on here?
That's not hard to see, is it? The wolves are on the loose. Total state of emergency.
Do you think that the wolves are behind all this?
Well, I have to say that I don't really know much about the wolves, but they are pretty bad guys with bad manners and certainly get angry easily. I think I'd like them a little better if they'd buy a few stress balls from me now and then instead of wreaking such a havoc here.
My family has also been a victim of these attacks.
What? For Hippo's sake, how terrible! Can you be helped in any way? Are you injured?
No, I was too late and only saw what was left of our home.
Oh, Oh, maybe you need an extra cuddly soft handkerchief to dry your tears with? By the way, 2 packs are now available for the price of 1.
Thank you. I'll pass.
As soon as the king arrives here with his troops, these wolves will be brought to justice. I'm sure that your family will then return safely.
I wonder if the king is really going to get a handle on things here.
Sure, let them go ahead and heighten the walls around the wolves' area. On the other hand, the situation is actually not so bad for myself. The more animals remain in the city, the more interested eyes glance over my my goods.
Subject change. I'll be on my way.
Cheer up, buddy. I promise, things will brighten up soon.
I guess this is where they keep costumes for all the festivities. Morning!
I wish you an absolutely tremendous morning, my friend from the forest.
Well, it could be better. What can I buy here?
For just 1 gold coin, I can pick up any trail for you. Bring me something whose smell I can sniff, and bada boom, bada woof, I'll pick up the scent and find whatever it is you're looking for.
Ah, useful. I'll come back when I have something.
So be it.
Strange things are going on here.
All right, you can feel on your whole body just how tense the mood here is right now. Even my fleas are hopping around much more nervously than usual. Ouch! Ah, that was Olga. That old cow is the worst of the bunch right now.
What do you think of the king's plans?
Our king is a good man who has always impressed me. I'm sure he will somehow straighten out the situation with the wolves. After all, his father, great-grandfather, and great-great-grandfather managed to do this as well.
Do you think that the wolves are behind all this?
I must admit that I've met a wolf only twice in my life. Consequently, I can only comment on them to a limited extent from my own experience. But I think that the old stories about their cruelty already speak for themselves. However, their approach is really peculiar. Yesterday, when I went into the woods to my old favorite pasture to do some, business, I found there, to my horror, only a broken tree stump with strange metal parts sticking out of it. I could only express my deep sorrow for this with the loudest, most heart-wrenching yelp that I ever made in my dog's life. How could the wolves do such a thing? And above all, what do they want to achieve with it?
Have you seen 2 deer? My parents disappeared without a trace during one of these alleged attacks.
That's terrible. Unfortunately, I have seen nothing. But I will keep my eyes, ears, and especially my nostrils open.
Let's talk about something else. Smell you later.
I have an open nostril for you at all times. But better stay in town. You never know. Strange. I smell an intense and very strange note. By all the fleas of my great-grandfather. Usually I'm known for my sense of smell, but I can't place the note.
No problem, but could you pick up the scent of it?
Give me the gold piece, and then follow me. The trail leads right to the entrance of the mole mines.
What is this place?
The moles were mining here a few years ago. However, it was never particularly productive here, if I remember correctly. Now, the mine is closed.
So I guess I'll have to go in there.
I don't know if this is such a good idea. You would better come back to town and wait for the king to get a grip on the current situation.
And abandon my family?
Actually, I would like to help you so much. But out here, my knees are shaking with fear.
Go back to town. I'll get to the bottom of this on my own.
All right. I wish you all the luck.
When I was little, I often sat here and looked out to the ocean. Wait a minute. Pretty! There's a little shell. What a beauty! I really think it'd be a lot prettier if there was a shiny pearl inside of it. Oh, there's actually one in there! What a coincidence. Greetings!
Shush! I am a rock.
A rock? You don't look like that.
No, you don't understand. That's my strategy.
Huh?
I've been trying to get my hands on one of these glowing bugs for 3 days now. But these little animals are so terribly shy. If I stay here long enough and don't move, they might think that I am a rock. As soon as one of the bugs crawls on me, I strike.
Oh, great! Did it work already?
Unfortunately not. But my time will come. Maybe even tomorrow. Or the day after tomorrow. Or the day after.
You'll achieve great things one day, my friend. Can you tell me what's going on here?
The animals in the town are making a huge fuss. Everyone is running around all panicky because of some weird mass hysteria. The wolves are on the move again, they say. The evil wolves destroy our trees and houses, they say. But I say, calm down, everybody. Oh, my goodness.
Do you know anything about the wolves?
In Hippo's name. Come on! Wolves here, wolves there, wolves everywhere! I just can't take hearing this any longer! Not even a single hen I know is chickening up as much as the townsfolk. To be honest, I myself couldn't care less about the wolves. I've never even seen one, and that's a good thing. Ever thought that maybe the king himself is behind all these incidents?
Is this going to be an excursion into creepy conspiracy theories?
There are so many things that we do not know. Educate yourself a bit, but not only with officially approved scrolls. Those in power would have enough reasons to make us more docile with an artificial mass hysteria. And how do I know the king isn't perhaps a world-destroying, floating tuna cream monster? After all, I myself have not yet seen him with my own eyes.
Come on, you don't believe that yourself.
Well, admittedly, some theories I heard really do sound a bit nonsensical. Secret sparrow organizations in hidden forest areas collect information about all of us. Bards send subliminal messages when you let them sing their lyrics backwards. And I once heard that our world is supposed to be round. Just imagine this nonsense.
This is not my area of expertise. Did 2 deer pass by here by chance?
I have seen nothing. Why?
My parents disappeared recently. Something bad has happened.
Oh, I'll keep my eyes open for you, all right?
Wouldn't you rather go somewhere safe?
Why should I? Then I would be doing exactly what those who are behind all this want.
Let's talk about other things. Well, has anything happened yet?
I think this one bug has already moved an inch in my direction. Oh, soon the time will come.
Can I have your jar?
I'm sorry, but that jar is extremely important to me.
I'm leaving.
All right, but be a little quieter.
The plant is rooted deeply into the ground of the cave. I only took some of the sticky leaves. The leaves stick to the wood quite nicely. He couldn't resist the leaves.
Hey, that doesn't count!
I just like to make things a little easier for myself.
Ooh. Now, what is that?
No, nothing at all. Just a darn lovely pearl.
Ooh. Please, show it to me.
One moment, please. Who dares to disturb me? Ooh, now that's one handsome visitor. I don't see you deer around here very often.
Oh, stop. This always makes me blush.
We should meet for coffee and grains sometime. Your treat, of course.
To be honest, that's not why I'm here.
Aww, what a pity! Then surely you want to see all the shining riches we magpies have piled up.
No, not that either.
Oh, what?
How dare you!
What could possibly be more important than these wonderful treasures?
What's the situation here?
We magpies cannot complain at all, honestly. I don't understand why the town animals are making such a fuss at the moment. You can see by looking at us that nothing bad will happen to you if you just keep quiet and stay calm. But the town animals have always been like that. They should count their gold coins more often. It always calms the nerves.
Something bad has happened to my family.
A little more specific, please.
My parents have disappeared without a trace, and I'm looking for them everywhere. Have you magpies seen anything?
We have certainly noticed that quite a few animals have been kidnapped recently. I hate to cause frown lines on your handsome face, but unfortunately we didn't see anything.
Do you have any guesses?
Well, rumor has it that the wolves may have something to do with it. But let's be honest. It has become quite popular to declare wolves as scapegoats for every disaster. The wolves may be a peculiar pack.
A quite uneducated and illiterate bunch.
Shut up over there! But I must say that in all these years, we magpies have never had any conflicts with them. In fact, I would say that something else is going on here. But I have not dealt with it in more detail. I have other things to do. After all, my magnificent gold coins don't polish themselves.
I wonder if you could help me.
You are really going out on a limb there.
I must apologize. I have a lot to do right now. Around this time of day, I'm usually busy feasting my eyes on those shiny, shiny treasures.
You're kidding, right?
Are you sure you don't want to take a look yourself? The sparkle of our jewelry is sure to take your mind off things until your parents return.
What did I actually expect here? Let's talk about something nicer. Could I borrow some money here? Surely you've got enough and can lend a poor fellow like me a hand.
Do my ears deceive me?
Excuse me? Do I look like I can just throw money out the window?
All right, I understand.
Everyone must learn to take care of themselves. Even a humble animal like me had to learn early on that in order to get ahead in life, you need to put in the effort yourself. Imagine that. From an early age, I had to get by with only 1 million gold coins.
Time is of the essence. I've got to go.
Sure you don't want to take a peek at our glittering treasures after all?
I'll pass. Thank you.
Oh, typical forest animal. And you, my god, come back here.
Of course, my dear queen. Huh? My beloved speaking trumpet is gone! Well, I guess I'll have to continue my guard duty without it then.
Oh boy, these magpies are just the little egocentrics I always thought they were. Ah, here's the speaking tube. I may not have eaten anything this morning, but that was definitely not my stomach. Phew. Let there be light. Ugh, I probably have to go in there. At this spot, my little buddy still gives off enough light. It's always better to have both hooves free. Something tells me this is probably not part of the mole mines anymore. What is that over there? Between all this rock, I can barely make out where it's coming from. Uh-oh. That is definitely not a wolf! Let's get out of here. Whoa! That sounded like it hit quite good. This thing will probably not get back on its feet so quickly. Uh-oh, that came from the tunnel. That smash with the iron gate was probably a bit much for this collapse-prone little place. Hey, a little hatch can be opened here. Ugh, looks like there are huge dark veins in there. They can even be pulled out. I could pull this one out even further, but that's enough for now. No! Now this part of the mine has collapsed too! Now of all times! I guess that's it. I'll never get through these piles of rocks. I could have saved my family. Was there someone? A wolf. Do they have something to do with this after all? I can still squeeze through this narrow gap. Dreaded forest of the wolves. The part of this forest where the entire wolf population has been brought to. Strange. The door has been unlocked. Then I'll squeeze into this thing against my will. Ouch! Spikes sting like crazy! This moron has torn my whole costume! I've never been this far into this territory before. Following that shadow was quite a stupid idea. There are voices upstairs.
There were these tunnels and these weird noises. They sounded like this. Brr, brr. The light was totally weird too. It was never like that before. And it was just unbelievable.
Now slow down and start from the beginning, Yorick. What did you see?
I've been in the mole mines!
Yes, I've already got that. Now cut to the chase. I can barely understand your ramblings.
Where there was once a mine shaft, you now find steel walls, countless pipes of unknown metals. None of this was created by the moles. I swear, it has begun.
I know that myself, you moron.
Then I guess we'll have to hurry.
Has anyone else seen it?
Well, there was this one deer, but I managed to shake him off.
I overheard the rest of the animals. They seem to blame us wolves for the sudden wave of destruction.
How stupid of them. But let them think that. Well, as I already told you, we will set out for the edge of the world this very day. As was to be expected, I was able to round up a brave troop of wolfmen to accompany us.
You've done a wonderful job, my leader, as always.
Silence, moron. If all goes well, we'll be on the edge of the world by evening.
I'm sure it will be worth it, Father.
Once we find what we are looking for there, our centuries-long oppression will finally cease. You two, send word to my troops at the far end of the forest that we'll be leaving shortly.
Of course, Father.
We will.
I'm still gathering some important documents in the storeroom.
We better get going.
Looks like I'm stuck in here now. And what in Hippo's name were they talking about? Oh, some kind of underground garden. Looks a little run down. I can't just rip out the poor flower. Wow, the fruit seems to be having an effect already.
Over here!
Huh?
Quick, open the cage! Before you ask, I'm Gwen. You probably heard of the owl tribe in the mountains, right? I'm from there.
You really chose the most beautiful place for a trip.
Do I look like I'm here by choice, Smarty Pants? Did you see the wolf with the green cloak? She was the one who brought me here. And I'm pretty sure those darn wolves had something planned for me here.
Certainly wasn't going to be a fun karaoke night with a vegetarian buffet.
Well, duh. What a genius. With which inhabitant of the forest do I have the honor?
Finn.
Then listen, Finn. We've got to get out of here, and as fast as we can. I swear, the wolves are up to something. And it has something to do with those strange machine creatures.
You've seen them too?
I'll tell you more, once we've stopped standing around here like idiots.
What a strange document. Gwen, help me for a sec. I know you may not be the strongest, but...
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you say something?
No. I'm speechless.
Never underestimate an owl, especially not those with a 7-day-a-week training schedule.
What are you stinking slackers still doing up here? Done! I'm stuck!
This is our chance. Let's get out of here.
I was already convinced that the inside of a wolf's maw might be the last thing I see. Thanks so much, buddy. But, please, no awkward hugs now.
How about you tell me what's going on?
Well, actually, I'm not too sure.
Gwen, listen. Machines invade the land, places change, animals disappear, my family has been taken somewhere, and my Club Moss sandwich fell onto its coated side today. So I would really appreciate any little bit of information.
Come with me. We're going to the mountains, to the place where I come from. There's something you should see.
I'll be on that mountain faster than you can say lycopods. Wow. What is this place?
I'll explain everything. Well, we owls have had a certain hunch since the machines appeared, and since I seem to be the only owl who is still left since the appearance of the machine creatures, I guess I'll have to tell you myself. Many centuries ago, we owls were in possession of an ancient knowledge. A knowledge of things older than we can imagine. Things and events that date back to the beginnings of our world.
And this place has something to do with it?
That's right. What you see here are the remains of the ancient library of the owls. Since the beginning of time, documents were stored here in which all our knowledge was written down.
Oh, come on, get to the point. What kind of knowledge are we talking about?
Well, there's the rub. We simply don't know that anymore. 500 years ago, there was a great fire. Everything was destroyed.
Is there nothing left?
Nothing that we owls would know of, but there have always been certain rumors.
You won't believe all the stuff I found in there. The other wolves will be jealous for sure.
Yeah, how nice. Good for you. All I found was a pile of these stinking old documents.
That's so typical. Let's go to our camp before the owls notice us. The others are already there with their loot.
I guess there is still some room left in here for this junk. Hey, how about I just throw it away somewhere outside?
Nah, just leave it in a dark corner somewhere. Maybe it can be of use someday.
Well, okay.
Some say that it was an arson committed by
The wolves!
Bingo! And since our last encounter with those ruffians, I'm more than sure of that.
So you're telling me this document originated here?
So it did. 1,000-year-old document from the Library of the Owls. And I am sure that the wolves are in possession of even more documents.
Yeah, but what does this have to do with our situation?
As I witnessed during my captivity, the wolves developed an interest for these old documents again. Roughly around the same time those machine creatures appeared. They must have found some important information somewhere in those ancient lines. A hint of sorts, leading to something that might bring them immense power. Something that must also be related to the sudden appearance of the machine beings.
Oh boy, now it's getting weird. Could you make out anything on that document?
I had an A+ in Owlish, so here we go. It is the description of a place, far away. I can even translate the name. The Isle of Owlsgard.
I'll be a moose if the wolves won't go there. But I've never heard of this place.
The lands had very different names back in those days. Listen, I have an idea. We've got to get into that old library. Beneath it, there is a room with an ancient map of our world, complete with all the now outdated names. Once we found Owlsgard there, we should leave Velehill immediately and follow the wolves. Maybe this is our only chance to put an end to this whole mess.
The name of this place indicates that we have to travel across the sea. I wrote down a few things in my notepad. Where did all the animals go? There are piles of scarves in these drawers. Let's be sneaky. I'll take one. Are we out of mead?
The king did not make it here.
He is said to have disappeared in the middle of his journey here.
Only the remains of their armor were found.
They are all said to have been kidnapped by machines.
Where did these monsters come from all of a sudden?
Hardly anyone dares to leave the city anymore.
Surely the wolves are behind all this.
But... Friends, listen to me. Something strange is going on, and the wolves don't even have that much to do with it. However, they're after something. Something that must be related to the appearance of those machine creatures. We've got to find out what it is.
Finn! Behind you! Everyone, hide!
Huh?
There he is, our little tramp.
You have something that belongs to us, my friend.
Of course, this document. Here you go. You look like you have a huge complex.
I have no idea how you know about our plan. But one thing is certain. A weak-bodied eater like you won't be able to interfere any longer once all his bones are broken.
Father, please, stop.
You're right, Jarlina. We don't have the time. Just look at yourselves. A town full of small, pathetic animals who are nothing without the aid of their king. Every time I remember how your kind is responsible for the centuries-long isolation of my people, I get downright sick. Soon we'll give you a reason to be truly scared of us. We're leaving.
Where's the owl? I need her.
Jarlina!
I'm coming.
Being a bit nosy again, young lady. Looks like I need to remind you of that conversation we had earlier. You don't talk to them. Let your grandfather's fate be a lesson to you. Now hurry up! We don't have much time left.
Finn! Finn!
Are you okay?
I'm so sorry. I couldn't.
It's okay. We've got to follow these wolves immediately.
What is going on here?
I wish I could tell you, but Gwen and I will get to the bottom of this. But first, we must get off this mainland.
Isn't there a boat on the coast where Boleg lives?
You won't get far with that, old thing.
Follow me, you two. I think I have something you will need. You can find me at the mole mines.
That sounds promising.
Whatever you're up to, please, take care.
We will stay here and protect our families.
What is that?
No idea. It came through the floor just recently. And now it's stuck.
I'll have to get closer first. I'll have to get closer first. Now the fish is stuck in the glass.
Oh, poor guy.
Sorry, my sloppy schmoppy little friend, but I need the strength of your imposing dentures. The sharp teeth of this fish have done a great job. Thank you, my fishy little friend.
All right. Listen, you two. To follow the wolves across the sea, you will need a ship.
Oh, really? I was thinking more along the lines of a humongous rubber duck.
Shh, Gwen, shut up! Deep beneath the mole mines, there is a grotto. And inside, you will find the ship that we used to transport mineral ores across the sea a few years ago. Take this key. It will open the shaft that leads down into the grotto. But please, watch out. I have the feeling that there might be more of those metal beasts lurking around down there.
Thank you very much.
Well, forgive me for being so brief with you, but I have to get back to my children so that nothing happens to them. Good luck. We're all counting on you.
dear. How am I supposed to fit through there? Ugh, damn these protein shakes. I swear this is because of that 11 pounds of pure muscle mass I gained from my latest workout.
Then we'll have to enlarge the gap somehow. I'll take a look around and see if I can find something for that. Looks like a deep shaft with a lift. It doesn't look particularly trustworthy. Whoa! Why does it have to be so loud? I have an idea.
What the?
Come in, my dear Gwen. The technology of these machines does seem to be useful for certain things.
You're a smart cookie, Finn.
Gwen, I need you over here.
Here I am.
Can you try to lower the lift as carefully as you can once I'm standing on it?
You bet your white-spotted deer butt. Are you really sure about this, Finn? Remember the words of the mole who gave us the key. Down there, it could be swarming with those steel beasts.
Let me take care of that.
Oh boy.
Go ahead. I haven't found anything here yet.
I don't know. I can hardly hear you down there.
I will continue to advance downwards.
All right.
Gwen! I saw the door to the grotto! You can stop! Gwen? Oh dear, she can't hear me. Oh, dung. Looks like I caught somebody's attention down there. Now that nasty dingus is climbing up the shaft! I've got to do something. Gwen!
Finn, what's wrong?
Pull me higher! I saw the door! Down a little further! The mole's key fits here too. Gwen, I'll meet you on the coast!
All right, Finn.
Let's go!
Yikes! Finn?
Arr! Give me your treasures and your rum, damned landlubbers! Yo-ho!
Now that is just ridiculous. Woo! You did it!
Down there in that shaft, I had a little run-in with one of these machines, but all went well, luckily. We now have a ship for the crossing. Whoa! That could have gone wrong. It's all slippery now.
should really stop downing that cheap hooch. My hat didn't look this slanty before. Oh, things are going downhill.
I'm Finn. You're the ferryman here, right?
That's right. I am Bolek. Bolek the ferryman. A seal of action and adventure at sea.
That's great. How much is a ride?
Oh, slow down, kid. Let me think a sec. Well, I'll have to disappoint you. My ferry service is closed for an indefinite amount of time. The sea is too unpredictable at the moment, even for a more than competent sea dog like me.
But neither you nor your boat looks like that.
What do you mean?
Your boat's all messed up and stuck in the sand, probably as deep as you looked into your meat glass.
You're right. But trust me, I know the surrounding seas as thoroughly as my midriff bulge. However, at the moment, things are looking pretty bleak around here. What else can I do but get drunk like there's no tomorrow?
Let's talk about something else. We could use your help crossing the sea.
Aye, let's set sail soon. Then I'll show you landlubbers the unruly waves of the seas. Just wait until you feel the icy water spray across the deck while I steer the rudder with my fins like a true conqueror of the sea.
Great! When can we start? Because we have a really crazy situation going on right now. I'll tell you what's going on once we...
Wait a minute. Don't be so hasty. We're not on the run. But that's typical of you young hoppers. Everything has to happen instantly nowadays. First of all, I have to clear my head. And having a bit more napping time would be nice too. You won't get me out of my hut before then.
Oh, come on. What's that beast in the mole mines?
What? What kind of beast are you talking about?
A vile, steely thing that seems bent on nothing but killing. It may even leave the mine soon and come here.
That's fine with me, as long as it brings booze.
I see I can't expect any help here. Huh? What ship?
You're cracking me up, kid. Can't you smell the salty air of the high seas as it passes through the walls of my faithful SS Wormbite?
You're in your hut!
What? How? Wait, you're right. Oh, this mischievous old sea always manages to trick me. But then, this terrible swaying must be caused by something else. It must be the mattress. Oh, if I get my fins on the rascal who sold me this cursed mattress here.
What are you talking about?
Can't you see how mercilessly it spins and rocks this poor old sailor around? Oh no, here we go again.
What's the sea like out there?
Let me tell you something, my boy. No one sees the seas like I do.
I'll take your word for that.
And I can tell you that from here, the sea actually seems very calm right now. Perfect conditions to transport a few paying travelers from one nearby island to another. Currently, however, there are other problems keeping customers away from me.
Oh? What happened?
At the moment, rumors of mysterious sightings are going around. Not only on dry land, where you landlubbers are, but also at sea. An old drinking friend of mine recently disappeared without a trace while he was sailing out there.
Really? That's terrible.
His boat must have been adrift without him for a while before it was finally found on a nearby shore. People also reported seeing strange shadows here and there under the surface of the water. I'll tell you what, my boy. Those are definitely not schools of herring.
Oh no, this sounds similar to what must have happened to my parents. When I was at their house this morning, they seem to have dropped off the face of the earth as well. The house still resembles a field of rubble. We have to stick together. Something terrible is going on here right now. Has there been any sign of life from your buddy? Maybe there is hope for all those who have disappeared. Hello?
Herrings. Wait, where was I? I'm telling you, I'd like to get to the bottom of this. As soon as I have a repaired boat, or better yet, repair tools, or money with which I could buy such tools, or customers which would get me some money in the first place. It's driving me up the wall, darn it.
Do you have any guesses as to what the threat is?
Many animals suspect the wolves, but I think the shadows under the water's surface say otherwise. Unless the wolves have recently acquired submarines.
Enough of this. The subject is making me cranky. You must have some great sea dog stories.
Sure. Let me tell you the story that makes even the most hardened sailors tremble to this day.
Great! Tell me!
About 30 years ago, I signed up for a journey on board the SS Rubber Duck. We were a small crew in search of an ancient treasure chest hidden somewhere in an unmapped area of the sea. One day, we came across an island in said area. Thinking that nothing could go wrong, we went ashore. However, since the day we started planning the journey, sailors began warning us about the ominous bleating that is said to be heard there occasionally. We also heard it when we went ashore. Bah, bah, a harbinger of great danger, they said. We ignored it, and after a few hours, we found said treasure chest in a hidden cave. When we returned to our ship, we suddenly recognized the disaster we had gotten ourselves into. Thousands of giant sheep with soaked wool waited for us on the shore. The sea level was at least 5 meters lower than usual, and the keel of the ship was on dry land. There was no doubt that these sheep were the legendary sponge sheep.
Seriously?
Until then, we thought it was just a fairy tale told by sailors during long nights in the tavern. But here, they turned out to be a horrifying reality. These cursed sheep were able to soak up large parts of the ocean with their wool. How else do you think the tides are created?
What unbelievable nonsense!
Quiet. Those beasts threatened to send their biggest sheep with the thickest and most plentiful wool into the water as well, if we didn't leave the treasure on the island. To prevent an ecological disaster, we obeyed their order and made a run for it. To this day, every one of my crewmates is haunted by terrible nightmares in which the sponge sheep return and simply drain the water from under their ship's keel.
Nice story, but you need to work on the plot structure and character development. I gotta go.
Stay safe, kid. These are stormy times.
Rise and shine! Let's see if this thing can hear our footsteps now. I can't reach it from down here.
Oh, shh, there! Hen, watch out! Our friend there is back! Boom! Yeah, right in the kisser!
This thing should be quiet for a while. Fascinating. There's an ancient map of our world on this wall.
Look! There are all the outdated names of the lands, written in the ancient language of the owls. If I'm not mistaken, the Isle of Owlsgard seems to be right there.
Where?
Can't you see it? Up there, far in the north.
This thing? Funny. I thought that was supposed to be a shrimp. Wait! At this point lies the Isle of Misty Towers, as it's called today. And it's right on the edge of the world to boot. The wolves had talked about that briefly when I watched them.
I've never been to the edge of the world myself. Our journey will be dangerous.
Greetings, my friend.
Help! What happened? This fresh air. I think my head is slowly getting a bit clearer.
We need your expertise for crossing the sea, Bolek.
Let me sort out my befuddled thoughts a bit, and then I think I'm ready.
I'll tell you the reason for our journey when we're ready.
Great! We have a navigator.
Let's see. We have a navigator. We found the map with the destination of our journey. We can set sail!
Off to the Isle of Misty Towers!
So, did I understand that correctly? The island of the Misty Towers was once called Owlsgard.
If we trust the old map in the library, then yes. And this island is dangerously close to the edge of the world.
I've never been to the edge of the world. I only know from books that there's a massive wall of fog bordering our world, like a surrounding ring.
A couple of times I came quite close to the edge. But this trip will also be a new experience for me. From now on, we have to sail north. Sailing around the dangerous rock formations would surely be a change for me.
Interesting. Most interesting.
What is it?
There are some things about the Isle of Misty Towers in this book.
Huh? Where'd you get that book all of a sudden?
I got it in town, while you were busy down in that shaft. Listen up. Many centuries ago, an enormous city is said to have stood in the center of the island, built by a very influential tribe of owls. Today, however, only a few ruins still bear witness to it. The most famous are the 3 Mist Towers, which were built by the owls for an unknown purpose.
Sounds mysterious. What do you think the wolves are looking for there?
It is rumored that the owl tribe hid something of great importance there.
Well, I hate to interrupt you, but look what's ahead of us.
A vast wall of fog. This must be the edge of the world. Then we're almost there!
We only have a few more miles north to go, but hold on tight. The strangest natural phenomena are reported to happen near the edge of the world.
Beware of those rocks floating in the current.
Oh boy, now this is just ridiculous.
There's more ahead! Oh, come on, give me a break. Luckily, there are these unpredictable currents beneath the surface. We almost sank to the ocean floor after that smash against the rock. Here we are, the island of the Misty Towers, and what may be left of Owlsgard.
Explore the coast first. I'll stay here in the meantime.
Greetings!
Behold, the leader's lickspittle himself. At what corner did he scrape you off his boots?
Nice of you to visit us on this pretty coast. If you'd like, we'd also offer a nice, relaxing massage. As a welcome gift.
Oh, how nice of you. Wait a minute. How about I...
Wake up! Come on! Surely you don't want to miss the moment when our leader welcomes you, right?
We're leaving right now, okay? You didn't see us at all.
Forget it.
He should be arriving here any moment. I'll go sharpen the knives.
It's gonna take a miracle to get us out of here, Finn.
Don't worry, let me help you out of here.
What?
My father and his men have almost found what they're looking for, but they will make a catastrophic mistake. Listen to me, I need you both, and especially you, Gwen. I meant you no harm from the beginning, and the reason I caught you was...
We've got company, I hear. Charlena! Why is there only a stunted flame on our fire?
I was just about to go get some more wood.
Did you talk to the prisoners?
I'm so sorry.
It's all right. You truly are like your grandfather. I simply don't want you to make the same mistake. If you allow yourself to be blinded by their words, you'll end up just like him. And now, take care of the fire. Pronto!
Yes, Father.
And as for you, my friends, you think I don't see what you're up to? But you should have come a little earlier. We have already found what we're looking for.
Oh, please spare me your monologue. Just eat us already. I hope you choke.
Actually, I didn't plan to celebrate this brutish old tradition of ours here. But since you ask for it, it will be my pleasure. You two, crush their skulls. As soon as they stop moving, a small fire might do it.
No!
Now I've had enough! Take her away! And make sure she doesn't cause any more mischief until we return.
No! Let go of me!
It's for her own good.
My leader! Your men have managed to occupy the surrounding towers. They're now waiting for your signal to activate them!
That's excellent! Take the prisoners with you. Maybe there will be some unpleasant traps there that we'll need to test out. Forward! Here we go again. It took what felt like an eternity to find this old site. We should be ready any second.
I'm so happy, my leader. Still, I'm a little skeptical. These statues send a shiver down my spine.
These, I must confess that I agree. The old documents mentioned them too. If I'm not mistaken, these creatures depicted here are the reason our world even exists in the first place. But we don't really need to worry about that. We go through the portal, take the Scepter of the Owls, and then return.
A scepter? You're looking for a scepter?
Quiet! Aha! It looks like my men have just activated the surrounding towers. It's incredible! Exactly as it was written in the old documents. The power of the scepter is as good as ours.
I beg you, wait! Remember why we took the prisoners.
You're right. The traps. However, it will would be a waste to sacrifice our food for such a purpose.
I'm alive!
So, no traps. Leave the prisoners here. We still need them as the main course for our victory celebration. Everybody follow me, and do not dawdle. We don't know how long these decrepit towers will sustain their energy.
I guess that's it, Gwen. We screwed up. If only we could get out of here and look for help.
Why don't we just do that?
Wait a minute. Ha! These guys totally forgot about our legs. I was so scared I didn't even notice. Gwen, would you kindly... Perfect!
They're gone! Through the portal!
The scepter. That must be what they're after. Apparently, the wolves activated these old towers to open the portal here. We should do the same and follow them.
Let's do it. And that one wolf, Jarlina. She seemed to know more than the rest of the wolves. We should look for her.
Who's up for dessert? Gotcha! No one here anymore. The inside is full with nondescript junk. There's also this leather collar with bones on it. A leather collar with a bunch of bones on it. Oops, now one of the bones fell out. It's got a hole at the bottom.
What do you want?
We're passing through and need help.
Come inside.
Finn, this guy is giving me some serious "I'll kill you and keep your skull as a teacup" vibes. I don't know if we can trust him.
Come here. So, you need help. The customs of this place are foreign to you, aren't they?
Well, we,
Why should we help you? You who cowardly dare to enter our village. Actually, we should rob you, and then throw you into the sea.
What?
We won't bother you any longer.
Be quiet. You will not earn our help until you master an ancient trial.
Trial?
If you fail, deserved death awaits you.
Oh no, please, have mercy.
Are you ready? Here I have 2 dolls made of straw. One on the left, and one on the right.
Wait, from my direction or yours?
From yours. It is not difficult to see that they are scaled-down replicas of a brave and ancient warrior of our tribe. But only one of the dolls was made by a true master of his craft. Which one is it?
It's the right...
Finn, are you sure? Better take a closer look.
The right one!
Got you! I just wanted to see which of the 2 dolls you thought was prettier. Both are made by me, you know. I am an artist.
What the...
Reiner, you can leave again. But be careful with the door. Darn it. Feel right at home, you two. Feel free to take anything that can help you. Are you here because of these horrible machines?
Yeah, something like that. With whom do I have the honor?
Sven Slaughterson is my name. My hoof-made straw dolls are known all over the area.
Could I borrow a straw doll?
But of course, don't be shy.
Thank you. So, you're an artist?
You recognized my talent right away, didn't you?
Somehow you don't look like that at all.
My father was a fearless warrior and wanted me to follow in his footsteps. But swinging an axe strains your arms, ruins your hairstyle, and makes all your clothes dirty. Just think of the endless hours spent at the washboard, trying to get your enemy's blood out again. So I dedicated my life to something else. The fine arts.
Incredible!
I dig that. A true rebel.
Tell me about your great art projects.
Years ago, I had a really innovative project in development. However, I had to end my work on it prematurely. I wanted to create a completely new form of entertainment, an interactive play.
Wow, that sounds exciting.
You were supposed to be able to shout out commands to the main actor during the performance, whereupon he would carry them out. This way, you as the viewer would be able to move the story forward and have every conceivable action performed.
Ingenious! But why did nothing come of it?
The planning phase alone was a nightmare. How do you tell a coherent story when the viewer is able to make the main character do completely inappropriate things at every opportunity? Every possible action led to a change in the course of the story, which had to be planned. And what if the hero of the performance was supposed to talk to another character? All the possible dialogue had to be planned out as well. At times, it was also necessary for the main character to pick up items and use them. And there were more and more items. I had to get a tailor to help me make the pockets of the hero's costume bigger. I also had to paint the backgrounds as well as decor for each new scene you could visit. I first planned to only have 40 locations, but in the end, it turned to 80.
Rad!
I also wanted to write the music myself. No one else was supposed to interfere with my vision. Before I knew it, I was completely burned out, lying huddled on the floor of my workshop like a whimpering sack. During the first test performances, viewers were frustrated by the moments when they didn't know what to do. So they started trying everything and let the main character run from one place to another until the performer collapsed from exhaustion. But if I had constantly given clues to solve the puzzles, the performance would have been over much too quickly. I think our time is not yet ripe for something like that.
Hey, I think this medium certainly has its appeal. For a rather special type of animal, at least.
Maybe you're right.
Can you help us on our journey? An imposing guy like you would certainly be helpful in all kinds of dangers.
Dangers? Oh, you want me to fight?
Well, not necessarily, but...
I'm sorry, but I can't. Also, the freezing cold air out there hurts my sensitive little nostrils. And above all, what if I get dirty?
Oh my.
And what about Reiner, who was in here earlier?
He prefers to hole up in his hat. Believe me, he's no help to you either.
Aw, come on.
I kinda already expected that.
To move on to another topic. Can you tell me something about the area?
You are literally at the end of the world here. Apart from that, this island has always been a keeper of many secrets since the beginning of time. The land has been home to the 3 towers, the old owl site, and the huge wall of fog.
What do you know about the site?
Just like the towers, it is said to have been here since the beginning of time. We suspected that some owls used to live there and hid something beneath it. However, the entrance to the site seemed to be mysteriously locked. No one ever managed to get in there, except for the wolves recently.
What do you know about the towers?
They have been standing here since the beginning of time, some say. Almost every generation of our ancestors agreed that these towers must hold some kind of secret. It was also believed that, at some point in the distant past, these towers may have acted as lighthouses. We never figured out how to get them to work, though. At least, not until I saw the wolves activate them.
What do you know about the Wall of Fog?
Unfortunately, just what every other animal here knows. It encircles our entire world and marks its end. There have been numerous attempts in the past to move through the fog. However, they all failed because the conditions within the fog became increasingly hostile the deeper one ventured in. Since then, it has been claimed that every law of nature known to us ceases to exist within the fog. As if, from a certain point on, everything starts to dissolve into a vast nothingness.
To move on to another topic. Did you notice the wolves?
Oh, yes, I did. Some of them had raided our village a few hours ago. Apart from that, they have entered the ancient site of the owls, an act that had been considered impossible for ages. I heard that they were only able to do so because they carried some old documents with them.
That's right, and I have a feeling they're going to do even worse. Were the machines already here?
Awful, just awful. No one knew where they came from or what they want. Large parts of the island have already been depopulated by these monsters. In this village we might still be safe, but that will probably change soon.
See you later!
Careful with the door, please. Hey, stop that! Are you crazy? The beautiful armor! Ah, you have completely destroyed it!
I'm sorry.
Although, actually, it was quite ugly. And a dust catcher to boot. Finally, I have a reason to throw it away. Leave it there, I'll just sweep it away later.
Nothing's moving. The pedestal is firmly attached to the wall of the house. Greetings, my slimy friend.
Please, call me Shasinka. Shasinka Svetlana Van Slime. You must be really brave to wander around here during these dangerous times.
What kind of store is this?
I sell the highest quality snail slime. Oh, and don't forget the mud. Or at least I did until recently.
Slime and mud? Seriously?
I rarely joke about my products. Admittedly, the mud sells quite sluggishly. But there were times when it was a hot seller with the wild boars in the bristle forest. You are welcome to have a sample of my slippery dippery slime.
What's so special about these products?
I see you don't know the secret of the slippery dippery slug craft.
Something tells me I don't even want to know.
We snails know how to make our products extra sticky. Yeah, but unfortunately my snail slime production is no longer possible since those wolves appeared here.
Oh, they were here too?
By the grease and mud! Don't you see this mess?
Indeed. What happened here?
Oh, to produce my extra sticky slime, the secret ingredient is a special, clear water. I used to store it in bottles inside this cabinet to the left, but then those wolves came, trashed the place, drank all the bottles, and disappeared again.
So that's why there was so much yellow snow on the way here.
And there's no more of this special water in the area?
The water was imported near Velehill. But as you know, the machines are wreaking havoc everywhere now. And thus, no one is able to supply the water anymore.
What can you tell me about the area?
Despite the unpleasant temperatures, this has always been a lively and busy place. However, since those machines have been making everything unsafe, things have changed for the worse. Oh, and furthermore, this land is home to many legends, of which, unfortunately, I do not know much. Sorry. I only know that the owls are said to have left many mysterious things here, structures, and no one seems to know the purpose of them.
Goodbye!
See you next time, my friends!
Ew, disgusting.
Let's get inside before the wind slams the door again. That was impressive! got a piece. Perfect! It's melted, but the wax is still liquid. Now the rolling pin has some kind of lever! The rolling pin fits perfectly into the center hole of the stone. It almost looks like a grindstone. Here we go. That's enough, I think. From here on, the thorns become too big for cutting them.
There's Jarlina! These thorns seem to be holding her hostage here.
We should be careful. Let's see if this works. Now she's free! I've got an idea where I'm taking her.
She's waking up!
You two?
We freed you from the thorns.
I'm still alive?
You really didn't look too good. What did those guys do to you out there?
They kept me hostage outside the camp. I tried to flee, and they gave me a pretty bad beating for that. Eventually, I was able to get away from them. I ran inside those thorn bushes to hide there. But I guess that was somewhat of a bad idea. How can I ever thank you?
No worries. You more or less saved our lives during our captivity. I'm Finn, by the way. We've seen each other before, but we haven't had the honor of introducing ourselves, have we?
Thank you so much, Finn. But now is not the time for small talk. Did my father open the portal?
He did! And he ventured into it along with his henchmen.
Oh no. This is bad. Listen to me. We have to work together. Everything here revolves around an ancient, magical scepter. My father longs for the power of that scepter, but he is about to make a huge mistake. Those machines, those strange places, It's all connected to that scepter. And my father will only make the situation worse because... my head... everything is spinning.
Hang on, Charlena. We'll help you.
It must have been those toxic thorns.
Let's get that healer here. Gee! Ugh, that's some wind. It's a strong draught. And it's going out through the hole on the other side. Quite a maelstrom. There she flies away. Hello?
All right, I'm coming. Forgive my absence. I had to take care of some quite injured people in there. Let me tell you, by the hairy nostrils of my grandmother, I really have my hooves full since those machines appeared here.
Well, we thought maybe you could help us.
I will, if I can. By the way, I hope my overzealous assistant didn't cause you any trouble.
Just a little.
She is new around here. It always takes a while for spiders to adapt to our ways. Never mind. Off to the exam room. What on earth have you done to my cabinet? Well, whatever. There are more important things to do. And please, close that darn window. Thanks. I see you've already brought me a new patient. I will take care of her immediately. How else can the old healer Stenek help you? Amputations, nose hair extensions, a noble laxative made from only the best local herbs.
Well, long story short, we're trying to stop the wolves. They've opened the portal in the ancient site of the owls.
I heard about that. They are looking for something there.
We're on the trail of something ancient and powerful that may decide the fate of our world.
I don't know if I can be of much help to you, but feel free to talk to me if you want to know something more specific. I'll take care of your friend for now. Wolf, you cultivate unusual friendships.
We need her help. She and her knowledge could be the key to ending this machine madness.
I can try a bandage and a healing herbal ointment. Aside from the beating she received from her fellow wolves, the toxic thorn pricks got her pretty badly. My herbal ointment will be able to alleviate some of the symptoms, like dizziness, but still, you would need something stronger to also numb the pain. Unfortunately, I don't have the funds for that at the moment.
Maybe we can find something else that might help.
I just wouldn't know what.
Wow, even this massive thing fits in my pants.
Dude, too much information.
Is this one of your special waters by any chance?
I can't believe it. Yes. Yes, indeed. As a reward, I will produce some of my world-class snail slime for you. Give me a sec. Here you go. Super duper extra sticky. Just for you.
Thank you. a strange place. I don't think this building was here until recently.
Of all the architectural styles, from all the different animal kingdoms I know, this cannot be assigned to any of them.
How can this be possible? Ever since those machines started roaming around, entire buildings have been appearing as if by magic. It's starting to cool down. It worked! I was able to pull out those screws with the tip of the scissor blade. You should be able to move the pipe now. It actually fits!
Good day. Nice to see you again. The coffee is ready. Please report for duty in Sector 32 and...
Hello?
What was that creature anyway?
I don't have the faintest idea, but it stopped talking.
Phew! Thank goodness. I hate coffee. Ugh!
Nothing happened. Locked tight. The stairs lead to nowhere. Strange. The end of the stairs is missing, and the only thing waiting for me down there is pure darkness. Who knows what it was once used for, when the rest of this strange building still existed?
Identification required to open cell.
The surface is already corroded, but maybe it'll work anyway.
Requesting sample for analysis. Positive. Opening up cell initiated.
To be honest, I have a really bad feeling about this.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same. Not gonna lie. What is that?
Did it move? Hello? What was that?
Hey, how rude! He didn't even say hello!
The lack of manners should be the least of our problems, because I see something much more disturbing. The clothing of this creature is still inside. There's something in the breast pocket. wolves must have uncovered this button. This tower is activated. This will help her.
Ooh, that feels better. The pain, it's gone.
Nevertheless, sit for a while and rest a bit. Physically, you are still in a very unstable state.
And I guess I'll finally have a chance to fill my two friends here in on everything.
You were telling us about how your father is making a big mistake.
And something about that scepter.
Listen to me. I'll start from the beginning. Because more or less, I'm the one to blame for everything here. Nothing is as we believe it is, Finn. When I was a kid, I used to sneak around the old storage room at our headquarters. A place of many mysteries and innumerable quantities of captured goods that had been piled up there for centuries. My father, however, was not supposed to find out about me sneaking around there. I crept around the old boxes and opened up some here and there. The things in them were old and broken, so they didn't pique my interest. Except for this one box, further back in the dark. I seemed to be the first to ever open it. It was full of old documents, and what I saw in them seemed inexplicable to me. Thanks to my mother's teachings of the old languages, I was able to decipher the text somewhat. The documents told of some kind of story about events from over 1,000 years ago. They told of another world in which our ancestors used to live, but were under constant threat from another strange, alien species. Throughout the years, this species claimed more and more territory for itself, and our ancestors got pushed back further and further. Our ancestors would have slowly went extinct if it wasn't for one owl. She was the most powerful mage us animals had seen up to that time. She was able to cast a mighty spell. A spell that was desperately needed to save the animals from certain doom. She did all this with the help of her equally powerful scepter. And do you know what she created? Our world. Or rather, a copy of the world in which the animals were living in up till that time. A mirror version that exists to this day, separate from time and space, completely kept alive by the magical power of the scepter. Here we were supposed to be safe, or so our ancestors had hoped. Have you ever wondered why something like an infinite wall of fog borders our world? As I said, the power of the scepter has its limits. It was unable to create a complete copy of the original world, but instead, only a small part.
Wow, this is really intense stuff. I presume this mighty scepter still exists?
It does, yes. In a hidden place that the owls have chosen here on this island. Behind this portal.
So the scepter must give the wielder tremendous power over our world, right?
Like any spell, however, it only has limited power. The day would come when the scepter's energy would slowly wane, which would result in the stability of our world slowly diminishing. Bit by bit, our lands and nature would slowly dissolve and make way for the original world from which the copy we know was created.
Wait, so it has already begun? And all these machines and strange places?
Are nothing more than the first glimpses into the old world, which assimilates into our slowly disintegrating world. At the moment, our world resembles a slice of Swiss cheese, with parts of the old world peeking through every new hole that appears.
Sounds pretty gross.
The machine creatures also seem to travel into our world through these holes. And as far as I have witnessed, they have been bringing all the animals they have caught here back into the old world.
So my family's there too.
It won't be long until everything we know will have dissolved, and we find ourselves transported back to the world of our ancestors. Or in what has remained of it during our 1,000-year-long absence.
That's terrible! Can't this be averted somehow?
The ancient documents say that you must take the scepter and reactivate its magic power. Only then can everything be reverted.
By the way, how did your father find out about all this?
The day these machine creatures appeared, I remembered what I read in the old documents when I was little. I went down into the storage room for the first time in years, where I hoped to find solutions to the problem. This turned out to be a mistake.
Jarlina, what are you doing? Didn't I forbid you? Wait, what are these documents?
Nothing, Father.
Show me.
It's just,
Immediately!
My father learned all about the scepter, and from that point on, he was obsessed with it.
Then we should find that scepter as soon as possible, and reactivate its magic before your father does, and possibly does something stupid with it.
Well, have you been able to open the portal yet?
No, we're still on it.
You have to hurry up. I'd help you in a heartbeat, but...
Get some rest. We'll take care of it.
I'm counting on you, my friends. As soon as the portal opens, I'll be with you. From this point on, nothing must go wrong. Otherwise, all will be lost.
I can hardly believe all this. What an absolutely insane story. You really need to tell me more about this.
Oops! Nothing visible to open it with. I'll knock politely.
My leader, is that you?
Uh-oh.
Must have been the wind. Ah, too bad. I was hoping it was that roebuck I saw earlier. So I could finally crack his skull open like a walnut. And... I stepped right into this darn mud. Wait! Now I've locked myself out again! I should really remember that this door can only be opened from the inside. Ah, well, I'll just use the back entrance again.
That would have been too easy. Jarek has one of his men stationed here.
We better not mess with him.
did he get back in? Look! It seems like he stepped on these stones in a certain order. Right! A secret door! I hope I don't run into that wolf. Lucky us. He didn't see me. The wolves must have uncovered this button. This tower is activated. Something tells me that machine must have swum away. All the better for us. It starts to move!
It lifted one of its wings!
What ancient secret might it be sharing?
It's dancing?
Oh man, what a nonsense. I feel like I'm at a carnival.
Hopefully you're able to turn that annoying thing off again.
It stopped in its pose. I could tie the other end of the rope around this cylindrical pedestal below the other statue.
I'm afraid you're not getting up again.
The wolves must have uncovered this button. This tower is activated.
They made it. I knew I could count on those two.
Even now, there is no trace left of that huge machine.
If it didn't sound so crazy, you'd almost assume this thing is able to remove itself from this world at will.
Spooky.
There you are. Quick, follow me. We don't have a moment to lose. Just look at that.
Incredible! You must be deep inside the earth. That light up there.
That must be the scepter, right?
That's right, if the ancient writings are to be believed.
So this is where it's been hidden for so many centuries. Oh man, just imagine! We may be one of the first to enter this place again after all this time!
My friends, we're not here for a sightseeing tour. My father and his men must have already made their way to this tower.
The only question now is how we're going to get up that tower.
Climbing up there would take forever.
That won't be necessary. Look, if I'm not mistaken, there is a statue of an owl over here in the dark. Gwen, your turn. You must put your wings on the statues. According to the scriptures, this sets off a secret mechanism that can only be triggered by owls.
Well, here we go. Whoa! Tubular!
These were some of the finer details in the documents that I managed to keep hidden from my father. So we have a crucial advantage on our side. And that's exactly why I wanted to take you with me since the beginning, Gwen.
Let's go up, I'd say.
Is this that big pointy fork we've been looking for?
That must be it.
I'm freaking out. We did it, my friends. Oh, didn't expect that. This statue has a firm grip on the scepter. I can't get it off.
Another reason I've wanted to bring you along since the beginning, Gwen. Only an owl can set the second mechanism in motion.
Say, why didn't you just ask me all nicely in the first place? You could have spared me that whole kidnapping thing at your headquarters.
My father would have become suspicious if he saw that I had suddenly befriended an owl. I was going to talk to you secretly about my intentions, if Finn hadn't run off with you before I was able to do so.
Oh, okay. I get it. Sounds plausible, I guess.
Can we talk about this later, please?
He's got a point.
You must touch the wings.
Wicked!
Now someone has to take it and reactivate the magic power.
And, how are we supposed to do that?
Well, well, who do we have here? A roebuck and an owl.
That guy again. You wolves sure climb fast.
It must have been quite relaxing using that convenient staircase. Our climbing tour, on the other hand, was quite sweat-inducing. What the... Darlena! How... This cursed roebuck! What has he done to you?
Father, no!
Jarek, please! We only want to...
These two, they are manipulating you. Just like how their ancestors did with your grandfather.
No, the scepter, it...
Please believe me. You have to leave it to us because...
If I hear one more word, I'll cut open that treacherous roebuck and owl right in front of you. Clever girl. So these two have convinced you to lead them here? Well, then let them be witnesses to our triumph. The scepter, forgotten for all those centuries. It had no choice but to waste all its magic power here. For a world in which we wolves are put away by you.
Jarek, my kind was afraid of you wolves. Plain and simple. You're dangerous. And your tribe was responsible for burning down the Library of the Owls.
Don't forget what your kind was responsible for during the last centuries. There once was a time when my ancestors dreamed about peacefully coexisting with your species. But despite every effort they made to find common ground with you, they learned again and again that the fear of us is deeply rooted in all of you. This taught me that, unfortunately, our situation required a more drastic solution. And as you can see from my little troop, I am not alone in my viewpoint. You've told us where we belong for so long. But now, with the scepter, I'll finally be able to create a world in which we get to decide that. The beginning of our reign has now come.
Please, don't do it!
I have it! I feel the power!
You're about to feel something else. Ha!
What happened? Gwen? Jarlina? Apparently I'm still in the cave, but everything except the rocks is gone. Where'd everybody go? No! That can't be! The entire island... gone! But... where am I? Is this... the old world? Something terrible must have happened. Maybe the others are around here somewhere. Ugh, gross. Wait, I see something lying there. What a strange thing. It must have belonged to one of those creatures. Looks familiar. Pretty heavy. Pulling out won't work.
No! Please don't! Help!
There were animals in there! I don't believe it! Jarek!
You survived? Get me out of here, quick! Please.
You dirty scumbag! You can rot in here!
The typical response of a small-minded bud-eater. Believe me, dear, without my help, you'll be just as lost here.
First, tell me what's going on here. Where are we?
Use your tiny little deer brain for once.
Is this the old world?
Great how you managed to figure that out on your own. The world from which ours was created.
Then, we should hurry up and see how we can get back.
It's too late, dear. The scepter was destroyed, and so was the world we knew. From now on, we're stuck here for all eternity.
No, this can't be.
We do well to work together from now on, dear.
What happened to the others?
We were discovered by the machines when we left the cave and wandered around. We were just as confused as you are right now. Your owl friend and my men were captured first, and then transported down into that huge building in one of those gondolas. The machines seem to bring all the animals there.
So, my parents are probably there too.
That's possible. But whatever they intend to do with us down there, it can't be good. Jarlina was captured by those creatures as well. I swear, if they harm so much as a hair on her fur, then...
What is this strange world?
Things seem to have changed much more drastically here than in the version we inhabited. Nothing here resembles how things were when our ancestors still roamed the area. Something akin to a massive ecological disaster must have taken place here. The alien species our ancestors once fled from are nowhere to be seen either. Just these machines that now reign in the ruins of this world. However, it might be a bit much to call it reign. These things act like a chaotic tribe of ants, following primitive orders and illogical goals. From what I could make out, the only logical goal of theirs is to exterminate all living creatures.
Why should I still trust you?
Listen to me, please. The world we know is dead. Lost forever. And now we have two choices. We can either give in to our cruel fate and let these monsters wipe us out, or we brace ourselves one last time and save what can still be saved.
How are you going to do that?
Have you ever been to the ruined city north of here? There's some kind of huge factory there. I stumbled upon that place when I was on the run from those machines, and I was inside. What I saw there cannot be compared to anything we know. Something mighty and abysmally evil lives beneath this factory, and it seems to control everything here. It was immediately clear to me that I had to eliminate this evil. I tried fighting it with one of my notorious black powder bombs, but it was no use. This evil creature seems invulnerable. I got caught by those machines, and now here I am, just waiting to be taken to this building in the valley, where I will face my certain death. We can't get to the root of evil here, Finn.
What do you suggest instead?
We can only try to save ourselves. We need to reach that building in the valley and get every one of our kind out of there. After that, we need to leave this land and hide away from the cold, dead eyes of these machine creatures. And whether that's even possible in this world, I don't know.
We probably don't have any better prospects than that. How do we get down there?
There must be a way to move this gondola to the building. Maybe we can make that happen with the help of that device over there. What we'll find once we get down there, though, the thought alone seems almost like a suicide mission to me.
I'll leave you to it.
As you wish, but you won't get far.
Scanning cells. Prisoners on board.
I hate to say it, dear, but I have been admiring your cleverness for a while. Let's go.
Transportation of the prisoners initiated. Further transportation of the prisoners initiated. Opening cells.
Thank you, buddy.
Don't start celebrating just yet. We'll be disappearing into that building any second. And from the looks of it, it's going to get as dark as a bear's butt. Hold on tight!
Main entrance reached. Contacting units for transportation.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Oh my...
There they all are. Every animal imaginable. Taken from our world. Trapped like helpless flies in a spider's web.
So my parents might be here too, but what's happening to them?
How should I know? They're all in a kind of paralysis. This artificial intelligence must have planned something for all these poor souls.
We have to get them out of here. But how?
I don't think you'll find something as easy as a lever to turn off here, dear. Oh, darn.
What is it?
I believe this place is also controlled by the hideous creature below the factory, just like everything else in the area. We have to go back to the factory and destroy this thing somehow. Only then, I hope, will all the animals be freed from this horrifying place.
But how are you going to do that? Didn't you tell me your bombs had no effect?
Yes. There must be another way.
Ah! What is that?
Get out! No!
Derek!
Finn, stay where you are. Take my last bomb. There must still be a way to destroy this creature. I know you can do it.
Derek! Now it's up to me. Is anyone still here? This thing seems to be made of a different material than the glass bottles. I could take it. Whoa!
My hand.
This building, it seems to be the only one still in use here. Somebody's got to be in there, or rather, something. Look! The pincers have loosened a little. I wonder if you can remove them. I can't. It's stuck too tight, but maybe I could try to cut a piece from it. Pretty heavy. This'll hopefully cause a bit of havoc inside that machine. Ooh, that sounded like a couple of blades broke off inside. I've got a brake piece. Aw, the robot hand got wrecked though. This card was lying right next to the skeleton. Cut off this part of the mattress. Look up here! Here you go again! Maybe I could try to reach the window via the container. Hey! Phew. Hey! Phew. Hey! Phew. was close. These still creatures are manufactured here. Who's running all this? I guess that didn't do much. I guess that didn't do much. I guess that didn't do much. Oops! Now it's hit the edge of the pool. The one hose here already looks a little loose and damaged. The entrance is now clear of those rays. The door says 1738. It must control everything here. Who could have built such a thing? Ugh, pretty chilly in here. I have some water, but what do I do with it now? That dirt is off. Now the glass panel can finally shine all clean and nicely. It even seems to reflect a bit. I can see the room behind it. Looks like an oversized water tank. I could peek on the back of the door that way. 6, 7, 1, 6. There you go. Oh, a door must have opened somewhere. Ah, the pleasant sound of a choked-up drain. Now, very carefully. Whoa! I think the coast is clear again.
Initiating usage of Tank 2. Rising temperature compensated by termination of the outer shell. Initiating usage of Tank 1.
This can't be happening! It still works! Oh, there must be some way to get rid of this wretched creature! Why do I suddenly have this strange intuition to insert this card here? This can't be! These things must have acted like keys around here. Incredibly stupid-looking keys. What? How? No. That can't be!
Need energy.
I've got something for you.
Thank you. Much better.
Who are you?
Fascinating. You must be a descendant of the lost race.
What?
The animals who once left this world. My creators often talked about when your kind would return from your self-created world.
Why are you me?
I'm sorry if this is all very confusing for you. I guess I owe you an explanation for this bizarre situation here. Just like you, I am the descendant of a lost kind. But in a, let's say, slightly different way. I was created by intelligent beings who, well, are sadly no longer with us. They lived in this world for a relatively short amount of time, and towards the end of their existence, they achieved an almost explosion-like technological progress.
These creatures of which our ancient texts speak. I see.
I was one of many artificial intelligences, each of them equipped a synthetic transformative body. but I guess I'm the only one left now.
A transformative body?
I figured you'd be more likely to help me if I took on your appearance. I have to say, our model of artificial intelligence was a pure work of art. We could transform our bodies into anything that was needed. We took on every conceivable job, were eager to learn, and helped our creators in word and deed. Those were fantastic times.
Are you one of those machine creatures out there?
Well, in a sense. Let's say I'm a very, very old version of them. The fact that I have not yet been found and destroyed by the current versions is almost a miracle.
What are you talking about? And what actually happened here? I'm more than confused, to be honest.
The good years of my kind were soon numbered. On the one hand, unusual behavior started to manifest in some of my species. It slowly dawned upon my creators that my kind was starting to behave in ways that were not part of our original code, and this behavior was not always of the peaceful kind. On the other hand, decade after decade, we watched as our creators were confronted with new problems of various forms, but were unable to solve them. This eventually led to countless wars. In the end, little remained of the world we used to know. We machines were soon reprogrammed and used in these wars as well. Due to our invulnerability and ability to adapt to the environment, we were superior in every way. I was one of the few artificial intelligences who remained true to the peaceful spirit of our original creators.
I'm having a hard time following your words. So you wiped out the original inhabitants of this world? The very inhabitants we animals fled from centuries ago?
My creators themselves were responsible for their sad demise. We machines simply belonged to the ones who remained. As I told you before, they were machines that began to pursue their own goals. After our creators were no longer around to prevent this, they began forming a network of sorts. They began to act like a swarm intelligence. The factories that were once built by my creators soon got repurposed into manufacturing facilities, so the number of my kind could grow and grow. That went well for them, at least until the little resources that remained were used up, which is not hard to see if you take a look at the outside areas. Since then, they've begun using scrap metal and trash to keep building their mechanical shells. By now, my kind is only a rusty, clunky shadow of its former self, riddled with defects and malfunctions. But I'm sure you've already seen that for yourself.
So that's what happened here.
Horrible, isn't it? You animals should count yourselves lucky for disappearing into your parallel world early on.
How did you get in there in the first place?
How do I break this down gently for you? You see, it wasn't really your world from the beginning.
What do you mean?
Look at the board there.
Some kind of blueprint, I suppose. And that thing looks almost exactly like the magical scepter the owls once used to create our world.
It is your so-called scepter, in the form of a blueprint that was created shortly before its development.
What? It was created by the owls!
I guess your historiography needs to be corrected a bit. To be precise, it is a creation of my kind. At a certain point, some artificial intelligences had exceeded the intellect of my creators, and from then on, they were able to construct devices that no ordinary living being would have ever been able to come up with. You can see one of those devices there. A scepter-shaped device that was capable of separating time and space. Exactly copying already existing matter in order to create something out of it that could be called a parallel world. This parallel world exists in the same place as the original world, but on a different plane of reality. A welcome solution to my creators' overpopulation problem at the time. They wanted to resettle larger parts of their population in artificially created parallel worlds. However, my creators could never estimate what would happen if the device was destroyed. Whether the created worlds would disappear forever, or whether they would even merge with ours here.
But the owls...
I think they were the ones who saw this as the perfect opportunity. My creators probably should have done something about the rapidly progressing extinction of the animals first. No one knows exactly how your kind did it, but one day, the scepter was gone. Maybe it really was the owls who did it. The next thing that my creators noticed was a sudden disappearance of almost all animals in this world.
I can't believe it.
Of course, the development of a new, identical device was started immediately, but it would have taken close to 2 decades to complete again. No one could have guessed that other things would happen by then, those things I told you about earlier. The machines were only able to enter your world when the energy of the device was slowly depleted. Something akin to holes started appearing all over your world, through which the machines could enter from then on. They used a special technology that enabled this. But I no longer have any insight into how it works.
What's happening to you?
The energy source was already quite old. It is almost depleted. I guess my time is almost up.
But...
I will now have to leave, but I promise you, you'll hear of me.
No, wait! He disappeared. What just happened here? When? What?
He's awake!
Where am I?
We did it, Finn! You saved us all!
The machines were disabled. We were able to flee.
But...
He woke up! A loud hooray for our hero!
Give him a break for Hippo's sake.
We heard that you destroyed that terrifying creature under the factory.
Yes, exactly! I heard you blow it up! I'm sure that horrifying thing had no clue who it was dealing with.
Please, a little more quiet.
What? Who told you that? And where are we? Trees and birds? Am I dreaming?
You're safe, Finn. Bolik and the others, they're all here too. We found you when we escaped from that huge building. You were lying on a mattress, somewhere outside, as if someone had placed you there for us to find.
Somebody must have taken care of all your injuries.
How? It can't be. The factory! It collapsed right on top of me!
We can't explain that either.
I think I know who did it.
Who?
Let's just say I've made a rather strange acquaintance earlier with one of these machines, but a slightly nicer one.
Right near where we found you, someone had also put a trail of little marks on the ground.
They led us here!
Finn! Mom? I missed you so terribly.
Oh, we missed you too, Finn.
I've been looking all over for you guys.
We were so worried about you.
Well, not me. I knew my son would teach those machines who's boss.
Stop, Dad. I'm glad nothing bad happened to you.
I'll admit, those machines weren't particularly, gentle with us.
But much worse things would have happened if you and your friends hadn't done anything.
Oh man, I got so much to tell you guys. But where are we?
Well, it's hard to tell.
I guess it's some kind of reservation with trees, rivers, fields, as far as the eye can see.
That can't be.
Then come with us. We'll show you.
The king and his troops are already exploring it. Careful, Finn. Are you able to walk?
To be honest, I feel great. Mom, Dad, I'll see you in a minute. Wow.
Even though our own world is forever gone, here we may have been given a second chance.
The words of my doppelganger. Now I remember. Friends, our world did not disappear forever. It's right in front of us. The two worlds. They must have merged together after the scepter got destroyed. So now, our home is somewhere out there.
Wait a minute! Come here. Our species may never become true allies, and I can't simply forgive your kind for the century-long oppression of my people. So let me get something straight once and for all. We wolves will be there, dear. Maybe not as part of the rest of the animal community, but should a new danger threaten all our lives, we will be at your side.
Well, this comes unexpected. You know, I understand you. All these stories about you wolves that our grandparents passed on to us, they've probably been driving an unbreakable wedge between our species for centuries. But who knows? Maybe one day, we'll be able to coexist peacefully, without having to divide our territory.
I will do my best to uphold that, but the rest will depend on you. Put in a good word for me with your king. And Jarlina, there are a few things I'd like to talk to you about on occasion. Things I don't know if I can ever make up for.
We'll see, Father.
It's all so surreal. I still can't believe everything that's happened. Our whole world, our whole history, it was all very different from what we believed for centuries.
Now we know the truth, and we should make the best of it.
We have a lot to tell the others, and many things to take care of before things can get somewhat back to normal. But above all, we have a new history to write.